Hey, welcome back to eSports Meditation. I'm your host, BowmanShoota, and I know I've been on a little bit of hiatus for this show, and I do apologize for that, but it's for an outstanding opportunity I got to create another video series called eSports Hero Cafe, which you can find all those episodes on esports.online. It's actually, can't really blame me for when someone offered me to make money, actually more than just the pennies off of this YouTube, to do the stuff I'm doing, and I only have you to thank for all that opportunity because of how much you guys have shared and enjoyed my content, and that allowed me to get that opportunity. So I do thank you for that very, very much from the bottom of my heart. But I didn't want to forget about this series. Esports Meditation, I enjoy making these videos, and I enjoy producing multiple videos a week for you, all of you. And I wanted to get back to the series, but I knew I had to change the format a little bit because, I would spend 4 to 5 hours on each video, whether it was multiple takes, whether it was and the research and the editing and all that stuff. With the Esports Hero Cafe series, and this one, I didn't have time to dedicate that much time and my day job and all that stuff. But I wanted to get back to this. So a little bit change of format. It's going to be a little bit more loose, a little bit easier. As far as on my time schedule, but I do want to still create value for all of you, which is actually ironically the topic for today's video, because in the one advantage I've been able to get doing working for Esports Hero and doing the Esports Hero Cafe series is the networking potential. Like, I've had guests on almost every episode, and I have guests coming up on the next couple episodes already that I've already recorded for that series, and where I talk with industry leaders. And it has been outstanding. Like, that value, that networking potential, it has been outstanding for me. And I can't put a price on that. So I do have to thank the guys over at Esports Hero. If you get a chance to work with anyone at Esports Hero, they're a great group of people. Outstanding to work with, and all the journalists and the people that produce content for esports.online, we talk daily and support each other, and it's a really good group. And then that all has value, and I've been, through these interviews that I've been doing on that other show, value has come up a few times. Like, it came up with my video that dropped earlier this week with Roger Quiles, who's an esports lawyer, and your value as a player and that you can bring to the table as far as negotiation capability and stuff like that. And then I was talking with Brandon Nolte, who's the owner of esportsentrepreneur.com, and we were talking about value as well. And and obviously go check out those videos if you want to know their guys' opinions, because they're obviously way more important than me, as far as they actually have organizations and businesses and are leaders in their field as far as that side. But the reason value comes up is because value matters to anyone who's getting into esports, and the value that you bring to the table allows you to negotiate. Like, when I was negotiating my contract with Esports Hero, because of what how much you guys have liked my videos and shared it and appreciated the quality and the effort that I've put into it, that created a value that I could negotiate with. Now, I'm no Thorin, I'm no Theon on Fire, I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers on social media and stuff like that, so obviously I can't value myself like they can. But it did allow me to negotiate different aspects of the contract that have been greatly beneficial to me in making that show better quality and allowing. I have a green screen now because of the money and the opportunities I was able to use through Esports Hero. So value matters, and as a player, obviously your first and foremost value is your skill obviously is why you got the contract, why you're getting the contract, so that gives you your biggest negotiation power. But as I mentioned earlier, another thing that you can bring as a player that you can leverage is your fan base, your social media following, your YouTube subscribers, your Twitch followers and subscribers. Like, all of that brings value, because esports is still a sponsor and advertising driven market, to where when, like, a company like Doritos, who's trying to get into esports more actively now, they come to a team that you're on, and they're like, hey, how many people can you and your people reach if we advertise with you, if we create commercials with utilizing your players and stuff like that? What's your reach? And that's all social media. That's all how many people tune in and watch you. And so know that if you have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of unique followers in your fan base, that's huge. Versus, if you have 500, you don't have much value in that. That you don't have much lot to bring to the table and everything like that. So, working on your social media game, and obviously I'm no expert on it, so don't ask me. I'm reading up on it and doing research currently, so that way I can get better at it. But it's definitely it's a huge value to you. So work on that. But also, if you're not even a player but you want to get in esports, that matters as well as far as the value that you bring. I was talking with a high school kid who has a passion for design, has a passion for esports, wants to mesh them. And I told him, as you build your portfolio, you're going to have to probably do some free jobs to get your foot in the door. It's the kind of the nature, and also since you don't have a degree, you're going to have to do that. But not having a degree and being young shouldn't limit him, and it also shouldn't detract from his value, because if the quality's there, the quality's there. And so doing free jobs is fine initially, but eventually it shouldn't be the standard. He should get paid for his work in the long run, especially if he's producing great quality content. And I reminded him that he does have value, and that matters in the long run. So if you're a journalist and you're not taking advantage of the tools and opportunities that Reddit and Twitter and all those things create for you to build your fan base, to build your following, that all matters, because when you're hoping to land a job, whether it's writing for the Daily Dot or ESPN, or even something a little bit smaller like eSports.online that I'm a part of, what you bring to the table as far as your followers and your the people that check out your content is a huge negotiating factor. If you're approaching someone, and be like, hey, I want to write for you, and I'm bringing 10,000 followers, and I get on any article I post, I average 2,000 to 5,000 clicks, to page views and stuff like that. All that stuff matters, and that's a value that you have to leverage in your negotiations for your contract. And so no matter what you're doing, whether you're a shoutcaster, whether you're a designer, whether you're a player, know that the esports industry is at the point where you should be able to monetize your value to a good degree. And that's kind of where I wanted to leave this video, is so that way you understood you have value and you can monetize that in the esports industry now. Obviously to varying degrees, but if you have the quality of content and you have the quality of work, or you have the skill, leverage that value. So that wraps it up for today's episode. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, all that social media stuff as you see fit. If you have any questions or comments or concerns or smart remarks, please put them in the description or the comment sections below on all the different things. Thank you very much for, again, checking out this series and checking out my other series, Esports Hero Cafe, on esports.online. I will be producing these videos more often, but other than that, you all have a great day. Coffee.